All right, welcome back, folks, to another week of Word of Mouth, talking mental health, relationships, careers, etc., etc. Y'all know the deal. Like and subscribe to the channel. Link down below to all our social media platforms. So this week we're discussing, like everyone else, the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett thing. We all know. I'll play the video in full for you. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock in the face during the Oscars. So from what I'm seeing, most people are saying it was wrong, that's not okay, etc., etc. But I don't want to discuss that. People feel how they feel about it. Some feel it was okay, and they've gone into these pick me things, or not even pick me, these long, extended conversations about protecting the black woman and all that other stuff. When it's pretty much come out that this was just a slight G.I. Jane joke from the movie G.I. Jane with Demi Moore that was released in the 90s. And from what I'm understanding is Chris Rock had no idea that she had apoptosis. So he wasn't trying to make fun of her medical condition. He was just really making a slight joke. And I'm willing to argue that he might not even have written the joke. It might have been written by writers, because a lot of times when you have performances and stuff like that, they're not even written by the comic. But let's discuss the underlying issues with all this. Who you pick as a partner really just determines your success or your demise. I'll say that again. Who you pick as a partner really determines your success or your demise. Now, why do I say this? Will Smith, now that a couple days have passed, his mother, his sister, and a couple other people have said they are really truly surprised that he responded like that in such a open crowd on national television, etc., and so forth. Fine, whatever. And I'm not going to take anything away from this, but it's 100% Will Smith's fault. He's practically 60, and he should know how to conduct himself better in any type of situation like that. That's out in the open. Like, even if you were just going to slap the man and he sat down and left it at that and said nothing else, cool. But to have the outburst and then twice is just unbecoming of anybody, of any adult, and especially a 60-year-old man. Like, you're not 5, especially over something as petty as a joke. But the issue that I'm seeing that nobody else is talking about, or at least I've seen it here and there, is that as Jada being the wife of Will Smith, she should have not allowed him to go on stage and do that. She should have enough discernment to know her husband, who she's been married to for 20, 30 years now, to know how he was going to respond and what he was going to do in that instance. And she should not have allowed that. Now, we know he's a millionaire, he has money for days, etc., and so forth. But we're not going to pretend like him smacking that man in the face is not going to mess up future agreements and deals. We're not going to pretend like smacking him in the face doesn't mess up pre-existing things and stuff like that, like movies he's done with Disney. Those contracts become non-void once you get into certain situations like that, especially violent ones on national television. Now, and then on top of the fact, now that of his actions, it don't only just reflect him, it reflects his family. Who's going to want to work with Jada? Jada don't get that much work to begin with. And she's getting a lot of slack for not only this, but for past experiences of embarrassment that she's caused Will Smith. What else is going to take place? Who's going to work with Jaden? Jaden made out a tweet. He deleted it saying this is how we do. It's not acceptable. It's not okay. Like, to be angry, to be upset, that's fine. That's cool. To handle that in a responsible way, that's fine. That's cool. But that's going to mess up business deals for all of them. And then now you put a rift because people can say what they want. Will Smith started as a rapper, but he hung around a lot of comedians. We know he's hung around Martin Lawrence. He used to hang around Chris Rock, Jamie Foxx, like people who started in the comedian sector. That's who he hang around. That's who he knew. So now you've caused rift or divides amongst a community that was pretty tight knit. Yes, Denzel Washington stepped in, Tyler Perry stepped in and said, "Yo, what is you doing?" That's cool and all, but now you have these rifts where people have to pick sides and choose who was right in that situation, who was wrong. That's another thing that happens. What else happens? Now, this was the first time I want to say the man his first name is Richard. First time the melanated community was able to host and broadcast and do everything for the Oscars, and you ruined it by slapping that man in the face. You ruined your own moment for the Oscars that you've been working very hard for, that I thought you should have got for The Pursuit of Happiness. But that's besides the point, because you slapped a man in the face and you made not only him look bad, you made an entire group of individuals look bad who have nothing to do with the situation. All these plays a part into what's going to happen and take place. And let's just be honest, I firmly believe that if he loses, God forbid, but if he loses his money, he loses his time, he loses all this stuff, Jada is not staying. She's going to go about her business and do whatever. She's going to divorce him, take what she can, and move on. But this is, like I said before, picking your partner, who you are as a part. Picking your partner is very important to your demise or your success. And right now, he's in a downward spiral that does not look good. And it won't ever look good. Like, I get it, you felt like you were defending your wife, you felt like it was out of character, out of bad taste to make fun of somebody with a good medical condition. Fine, cool. But that's still something you handle on the back end. You don't do that on television, because that would have been a whole fight with a lot of other people. But let me talk about something positive. I commend Chris Rock for handling that situation the way he did, because a lot of people wouldn't have. That would have been, again, a whole fight somewhere. He played it off cool. He continued with the show, and he moved on. His ticket sales have skyrocketed since that instance for handling like a class act. I'm pretty sure in the next couple days, weeks, he's going to get a lot of more movie deals. A lot of things are going to come, and people are going to distance themselves from Will Smith. His true friends will stay and whatnot on all that, but it's bad business to be around him now. It's bad business to be about his wife, because she's going to get the brunt end of a lot of this, because it was like everybody's looking at the video, and I'm going to play the video at the end of all this. But they look at her face in disdain and disgust or annoyed from the comments. And they look at Will, who
Denzel, Macbeth, loved it. I love the part where it said, King Lear don't got nothing on me. Y'all gotta see it, it's really good. You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out for best documentary. Now, the beauty of documentaries, because they make you, when you watch one, you feel smart. Like you watched them, like you read a book or something. But all you really did was get high and watch Netflix. So here we go.
Oh, and That's another thing. Forgot to add this to the video. Stay away from people who thought that shit was okay. Because 9 times out of 10, the chaos in their life is going to ensue at some point in time or another. And it's going to affect your life. So that's all I got to say. Stay away from people who thought that was okay. Stay away from them. Stay away from people who thought that was okay. Stay away from people who have this preconceived notion of that is white supremacy or something to that matter. Stay away from those who do not see the long term effects of what this is going to do for Will, his family, and the people around it, because those people don't think long term, and they're 9 times 10 emotionally reactive to things, and it's going to hurt them. But that's all I got to say. This is Word of Mouth. Peace.
Mm.